And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend, Cheap Ludes. How are you doing? Dropping this video a little bit later than I initially anticipated. I'll be honest, I got a little distracted watching Top Boy on Netflix for the last 6 hours. So, excuse my tardiness. I'm usually quite punctual. Oh man, we got some new content in NBA 2K23 My Team. By the way, if you haven't already, there is the season agenda for a free PD pack that you should definitely do. 100%. I think it's very, 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 very worth it. The Pink Diamond Plus agenda. I didn't really talk about this yesterday, so I wanted to bring it up. I mean, I'm sure most people have seen it, but if you haven't done it already, highly recommend doing it. By the way, the easiest way to do this clutch time stuff is just to rock player lock. I'm not kidding. I had so much easier of a time when I just player locked my shooting guard than when I was trying to play the game for real because I was like overthinking things. But you just run John Stockton and some other dudes and just let them go to work. Obviously score when called upon, but just kind of let them go to work. Either way, you get a free PD pack. I ended up getting Josh Smith, which is a huge bummer, but you could get lucky. I ended up getting Dwight Howard from one of my other ones, so that I purchased, so it could be a lot worse, I suppose. But we got some new challenges. We got the new Moments of the Week 9. Now, you may have seen that there is a centerpiece and Hoff badges at play here. Now, I unfortunately have to tell you that you have to choose between them, which is super frustrating. So you don't get a centerpiece and a Hoff badge, you get a centerpiece or a Hoff badge. Which thankfully they at least let you see the Hoff badges before you make that decision, but honestly, why couldn't we just have both? Like, why? At this point, I don't really care about the West and the centerpiece for the West, but man, why couldn't we just have both? Anyways, let's go through each individual challenge. Let's see if there's anything specific that you can do to really help you out. Also, one pro tip that will help you out with these challenges a lot. Put on Netflix's Top Boy and just watch that while you're playing. You will, from a productivity standpoint, go up about 26%. Rough scientific method. Grab 18 rebounds with Jonas Valanciunas. Honestly, not that bad. At least you don't have to score with Jonas Valanciunas, which would be a lot worse, let me tell you, because his release is honestly not even that bad, but just scoring with gold centers sucks. Gold players in general, but center specifically, God, horrible. Now that being said, it's actually not that hard to get these rebounds. It's just going to be more time consuming than anything. So you're just going to want to try to fill out other challenges while you're doing this. He is massive. Like, his player build is huge. I was going to say player base, but player build, huge, dude. Jonas Valanciunas has a massive player build. So he actually gets rebounds a lot better than you would expect. I think I got it like at some point early in the second quarter, so it took me about 14 minutes to do it. Let's just say somewhere between like 14 and 16 minutes to do it, which is kind of annoying, but not as long as you would expect. It's not the longest it took me to do any of these. Then we got Siakam's 52 points. If you don't have the Amethyst, you're going to have to rely upon the Emerald, which, let's be honest, kind of rough for relying on any current series cards because they made the current series cards so bad, as they do typically. My recommendation for Siakam, because he's not the greatest shooter, he's not a horrible shooter. You can shoot some corner threes with Siakam. He does have a 73 three-point shot with an okay release. My recommendation, though, because you're attacking the rim, that's not really going to work too well either. Run backdoor cuts. I'm sure majority of people watching this are familiar with backdoor cuts. If you're not, Y or triangle, just hold it down. That's it. Just hold it down, send him cutting straight from the basket, and when you see an opening, release the Y button, hit him with a pass. The CPU does like to intercept the ball quite a bit when you do that, so just kind of accept the fact that you're going to throw a couple errant passes that are going to be stolen, but just keep pushing forward, and hopefully you get to that 52 points without him getting injured, because injuries are in this game for some reason. Why? I don't know. We're playing my team. Nobody's asking for inherent realism, so I don't know why injuries are in the game at all. My only guess is they're just here to frustrate the player base and make things harder. That's it. Other than that, send backdoor cuts. Hopefully you get to 52 before injuries. Go ahead basket. 25 points with any DeMar DeRozan. If you're using the current series one, you don't really have to do the duo with Zach LaVine. It actually doesn't really make DeMar DeRozan better like at all. It gives him gold midi magician. A few finishing badges, but realistically, you can do it without running LaVine. I mean, it helps a tiny bit, but it doesn't really matter regardless. I mean, the duo's helpful, I guess, but 25 with DeRozan, it's not that hard. You can do it. The Don, 60 and 10. I did it with the current series Luka. Current series Luka's jump shot is kind of horrendous. Actually, Luka's jump shot in general is horrendous. It has a big green window, but it's just getting it off is not going to be a fun time, by the way. I mean, you can do it with any of the Lukas, you know. I recommend, obviously, the current series one because you don't have to pay MT for him. He's 30 tokens. Probably the easiest one to go. I don't think that it's really necessary to go spend 20-30k on the Diamond Unstoppable one. I think you can do it with the current series one. Just attack the rim, shoot open jump shots. It's just going to be one of those things that it's going to take time. Now, you have to be careful with this one, too, because for some reason, and I don't know what this is, Luka loves to get injured. I had him get injured twice. Okay, I don't know why this is. The more tired, once you get that Gatorade symbol, you need to kind of be wary of injuries occurring. They can occur early in the game, but it's when that Gatorade symbol, when they're tired, that's when they're going to get injured. And having to score 60 points with Luka, he's probably going to get tired being he's basketball Xanax. So he doesn't really have the stamina necessary. What is his stamina even at? It's an 89, but it doesn't feel like it. Either way, once again, doable, just kind of rough. Make sure you have a floor general out there and hope for the best. Rui Hachimura score 30. Rui's jump shot, I really like it. Other people don't like it. I personally think it's great. I used the free agent one just because I had him. He had 18 hops and an 88 three-pointer, so it wasn't very hard. If you already have this 88 overall, you shouldn't have an issue, but honestly, with his 74 overall card, it shouldn't be that difficult anyway, being his jump shot is just really good. Shoot some threes, shoot some mid-ranges, run some backdoor cuts. 30 points, you should be able to do it. I know I can just skip straight down. I don't need to back out, but it feels more legit when I back out. LaVine dunks. You just got to get 2 dunks. 2 dunks with Zach LaVine. Now, this one I would recommend running the DeMar DeRozan duo if you're running the current series one, because he does go up quite a bit in finishing badges. You get like Aerial Wizard, Limitless, and Posterizer on gold with like Fast Twitch. I just ran backdoor cuts, and you also get like Silver Clamp Breaker, so we can attack the rim a little bit, a little more speed and stuff too. So 2 dunks though, that's all you got to do. Once again, it'll happen when it happens. Just relax. The Joker, 10, 10, and 10 with Jokic. Just get a triple-double with Jokic. 10 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Once again, throw him at center. It will happen organically. Just make sure 2 things aren't happening. Do not run someone at power forward that's going to outmuscle him for rebounds. So if you're using like a really solid, like if you have Giannis, if you have PD Giannis, take him out of the lineup. That is not going to help you at all. Run someone smaller. I ran Stroh Miles Swift, but you want to get real kind of cheesy with it, you could grab like PJ Tucker and stuff. It wasn't that difficult. I got this done in the first quarter, somewhere around there. So McCollum's 42. His jump shot is relatively quick, so you should be able to get this done relatively easy. Just you're going to miss a lot of shots probably, but just start chucking threes. If for some reason you're like the homie Smoke RF and you locked in for the Diamond CJ McCollum for no reason whatsoever, you definitely have an advantage over everybody else. I don't know why you would have done that, but if you did, you have an advantage. It shouldn't be that difficult. This one took me the longest, I think, out of all of them. And the reason being is because Dr. J, Richard Jefferson, and PJ Tucker were 3 people I had in the starting lineup alongside LeBron, and for some reason they all wanted to turn into rebounding gods when LeBron needed to get his rebounds. Just like Jokic, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get 10 rebounds because just He's not as big, so it's going to be frustrating, but just tie it together with a bunch more challenges and just kind of hope for the best. At this point, it will happen eventually. It's just a matter of like, how long is it going to take you to happen? And then Mitchell for 71. If you got the Galaxy Opal Donovan Mitchell yesterday, you're definitely cruising. If you haven't gotten him yet, this is your perfect opportunity to do it. Drop 71 points with Donovan Mitchell. Hopefully you have a Diamond or Opal Donovan Mitchell. If you don't, you're going to have to run the Emerald, and he risks getting hurt, of which I had that happen to me 2 times yesterday. So release the chi, let it rip. Then, once you complete all of this, then you get to choose if you want a centerpiece or a Hoff badge. My recommendation, I don't know. Very subjective. Like, if you're one centerpiece away from Dr. J, take the centerpiece. No question. If you have Dr. J and you are like me and have no centerpieces for the West, take the Hoff badge. Also, just kind of look at what Hoff badges you get. If you get Pro Touch and like Special Delivery or some other trash, Special Delivery even in the game still, I feel like it is. I don't know, is it? I don't know if it is. Yeah, it is. Special Delivery is in the game still. Yeah, if you get like those two, yeah, take the centerpiece at that point. But if you're like me, like I got Clamp Breaker and Challenger, which was a tough choice. I picked Clamp Breaker, but I was never going to grab the centerpiece at that point. Like, it wasn't going to happen. I had to take Clamp Breaker. So I have a Hoff Clamp Breaker now, so that's what's up. Anyways, I mean, those are the best tips I can give you for doing these challenges. I do like what they've done with these moments challenges, because if you look at the moments challenges we got this week in comparison to like week 1, like it is massively different. Like Paul George 40 with 2 steals, trash, dude. 31 points, 12 rebounds with any Lowry Markkanen, which at the time we only had current series gold, trash. Stuff like that. It's much better than it was before, thankfully. They're a little bit less uber specific. 2 blocks with Paolo, like stuff like that. So hey, it's a good thing. As always, friend Cheap Ludes, I'll be back with more content tomorrow. This is not a paid ad for the series Top Boy, but I really enjoy it. Also, check out Kaleidoscope on Netflix. It's, I don't know, man, kind of convoluted. The whole, like, you can start it anywhere and it all makes sense stuff is kind of stupid, to be honest, but it is what it is. You can technically do that if you want. So if you're somebody who is adventurous, you want to go start at, like, episode 6 for no reason because you scoff at anyone with OCD, then go right ahead. I will be back tomorrow. Peace.